Last night, it was all Brooke Lopez. How about that? Take that, Laker fan. Oh, my gosh. And joining us right now from Chicago, days after the draft lottery drama and in the midst of the NBA Combine, Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix. How are you, Chris?
Think about what you just said there, Rich.
I know, right?
Brooke Lopez in a conference finals game. All Brooke Lopez. And this is a guy I've covered for a long time in the New York area. The fact that he's reinvented himself as this defensive stalwart / three-point gunner is really a remarkable story.
Yeah, because he did it on both. I mean, as Marv was saying, he was on fire in every facet of the game. He was a defensive, as you said, stalwart, but blocking shots and making threes and giving that stare down to the camera. And it was awesome. It really was great to see.
Well, they finished the regular season the number one defensive team in the NBA, and Lopez was a big part of that. And he was always a good defensive player when he was in Brooklyn, but there were times there, in New Jersey as well, but there were times there where he had to be off the floor in key situations because teams went small and big lumbering centers don't do all that well. He's adapted, and it's a credit to Mike Budenholzer and what he does with his system, but Brooke Lopez is a guy that you can play every minute in the fourth quarter because he'll defend at a high level and he'll be able to knock down threes like you saw last night.
Well, and in terms of me saying take that, Laker fan, I mean, John Horst, the general manager of the Bucks, pushed a ton of buttons in the offseason, and they're working out. I mean, could you imagine if Lopez did, in fact, go to the Lakers this year instead of the Bucks, what the difference might have been right there?
This is – John Horst, who I think is just now legally allowed to buy beer. Like, John Horst is if he's not the executive of the year, he's right up there with the top two or three. I mean, it seems simplistic to surround Giannis with high-level shooters, but he's the first one to really do it in the Giannis era in Milwaukee. He went out there and he identified Brooke Lopez, who – remember, the first, I think, 6 years in Brooke Lopez's career, he didn't attempt a three-pointer. The last few in New Jersey and in L.A., he was attempting a bunch of them. But he identified Brooke Lopez as a volume-shooting three-point guy, and Brooke Lopez averaged 6.5 threes this year. And he was a factor in making Giannis the MVP. Same thing with guys like Ersan Ilyasova, some of the other pieces they added. I mean, he went out, built a team around Giannis. That's a real credit to what John did in a very short time on the job.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.